Now, tell me about laying charges.
Yeah, so I laid the charges at Sun City Police Station when we got there. So that's basically that. And then they took me from Sun City Police Station to Peking for some more statements. And it took the whole night, literally 24 hours of no sleep. Just statements over and over again.
Did you feel like progress was being made?
Initially, I felt like, okay, this is going somewhere. I'm going to be safe. Like, I'm going to get back home and then I'm going to be safe again. And once I got here, everything just kind of quieted down. Like, I would ask for any updates and then there would just be none. Or they would just say, like, they're still waiting on this person or that person, or it has to go to that office and then this office. There's always some or other excuse. And I was very patient and I was like, okay, I understand. These are also people doing their jobs and they have certain processes they have to, like, follow. So I can't be pushy about this. I'm also just another citizen, like laying charges against someone, regardless of what high stature he has.
You mentioned the word safe. You felt like you were going to be safe. Do you feel safe now?
I'm much safer than I was, like, when I was there. Like, I'm around people that I know, and I know, like, nothing's going to happen with me because I'm constantly with family, never alone. I see to that. I don't walk anywhere alone, anything like that, except if it's to go down the street to the shop. And then I take my dog with.
Now, you laid the charges, and what kind of communication did you have with the officers after that night?
After that night, it was mostly texts and then WhatsApp. Only later did it go to WhatsApp because there was a different officer, investigating officer. And then they changed that and they didn't let me know that there's a different IO. So I had to kind of investigate that and find out, but oh, okay, it changed to a different officer. And I eventually got his number and he, like, then we started communicating over WhatsApp for updates, but I never got updates anyway. Up until the last time I asked him for an update and he was like, sent me that WhatsApp message. I was like, wow.
What did the WhatsApp message say?
I actually have the message here, just to be okay. So I just asked him, "Is there any news regarding the case?" And he texted me the next morning. Morning, I saw your message this morning. I got the docket yesterday, and I was going to contact you today in any case because I was discussing it with my seniors first. The Director of Public Prosecution declined to prosecute due to insufficient evidence, meaning Mr. Marius cannot be charged and taken to court with the current evidence we have. And then my reply was, what does that mean? There is nothing else you can do. They didn't even look at all the evidence. They didn't even finish their investigation. I'm still waiting for them to send me an email address to forward the other information. How can they just make a decision without that? It's preposterous.
Did you get a response to that message?
No.
Nothing.
Nothing. He read it, because there's 2 blue lines, but no response.
So now what? Do you feel like, I mean, if I was in your position, I would feel helpless. And I think a lot of people watching this video might think the same thing. How do you feel?
Yeah, I know, I get a lot of, when I see, people talking, or I hear them, they're like, yeah, but what's the use of doing this? It's not about, getting anywhere. It's about showing, that you can stand up for your rights, regardless if they're going to believe you or not. But at least you, got this huge, chip off your shoulder that you don't have to deal with anymore. And that at least this is off my heart. I don't have to carry this weight with me. I don't have to be the victim. I don't have to feel shamed because of what someone else did to me. I want other women to know that they can stand up for themselves. And they should, because if more women stand up for themselves, it wouldn't be such a big deal when someone stands up for themselves. People wouldn't look at that person and be like, wow, we don't ever see this happening. I don't want it to be like that. It should be normal for every human being to stand up for themselves. And people should be like, good for you, another one standing up for themselves. And they shouldn't feel ashamed of it.
Going through this whole situation, do you feel like you've learned something about the legal system in South Africa, especially when it comes to how they treat women?
I've learned a lot about the processes they have to like follow. It's actually a lot. Like I always thought it's just you go and then like you'll be done for. They'll let you know when you have to go to court. Done. But after this, it's been so many processes of going there, having to get a statement out there, and then going to the next person, having to get a statement there. And then still they don't look at all the evidence that you have. They only listen to what you say, and then based on that, they make their decision. And I'm like, but you kept on saying about procedure, so you get lost at the end of the day. So I'm not going to say I know a lot about the procedure now. I still don't know everything, but I've learned that it goes through a lot of like routes and canals before it gets somewhere.